Okay, so I'm going to teach you guys how to do mockup for your design so you can post on any of your social media handle, your Dribble, Behance, LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, um, LinkedIn, Behance, or maybe your WhatsApp status. So, so I'm going to show you every process how you've been done. I know you've been seeing now. Let's say, for example, this person's project like this. So I'm going to zoom in. You're wondering how somebody did or how this person did this design like this, and this person can actually post this on Behance. So I'm going to show you how to do this, and I'm going to show you how to even do mockup for your mobile design. So this is actually my design I did for my project, for a personal project, though I've not completed it, but I just had to use these particular ones to just show you how to do mobile mockup. So we're going to start with the mobile mockup. So I'm going to come to my community. So this is how your Figma will look like. So the first thing you do, you just come to this exploit community. So you click on it. It takes you to this page like this. So this is how it's going to look like. I so much love this thing that Figma did here. So this is how it's going to look like. So you come to this search bar. Before the search bar was here, they brought it here. So this come to the search bar, you type presently, present, and you type LY, and then you click on enter. So when you click on enter, the result will come out. So this is how it's going to look like. So this is how it's going to look like. So this is one you're going to use. This one, presently, by Ozenwa, Oluwa, Toby. So these are the three persons that actually create this mockup, the mobile mockup that has been trending everywhere, and people are still using it. But this, to me, these are the best that I so much love using. So this is how it's going to look like. So this is how it's going to be. So you have over 30 plus UI mockup. So this is the same person that actually did for the device. So we'll come back for the desktop. So we'll come back for this and then this. So this is this one. So we're going to use this for the mobile. So I'm going to click on it. So this is how it's going to be, and I'm going to click on open in Figma. So you can open it anywhere you want. So this is one thing. Everybody know how to do this. So I already have 3 teams. So I'm just going to use my dummy one. Okay, so once it's open, this is how it's going to be. So you come to this page. Are you looking for flat mockup? Are you looking for iPhone mockup? Are you looking for iPhone clay mockup? Are you looking for Android mockup? So we're going to take a look at all of them. So first thing first, you're going to go to flat mockup. So this is how flat mockup look like. This is how it look like. Flat mockup. It's not giving you any iPhone frame. It's just there like that. So this is an iPhone mockup. So now it's giving you this iPhone frame mockup. So I think what has been trending over over the years I've seen is a iPhone mockup. It's easier for one to see and use. Okay, sorry about that. I'm testing. Okay, so this is iPhone mockup. This is how iPhone mockup look like. This is it. So if you zoom out, so I'm going to take this out. So you can see that we have for 8 like this, we have 8 like this, we have some like this, we have 3, 3, 3 like this, we have 2, 2 like this, we have 2 like this, we have 4, 1, 1 like this. So now if you go to if you go to flat mockup, it's the same thing. So if I zoom out, all of them. If I go to all the flat mockup, this, so I'm going to take out this. So this is how it look like for two screens, three screens, multiple screens, and all. So this is how it looks. So but the difference is just it's just flat. It's just flat there. It's just flat. Okay. Choice is yours. So the next one we have iPhone clay mockup. So I'm going to show you iPhone clay mockup. So this is how it looks like. This is how it looks like. You can see. Just giving you that white frame mockup. Those white phone frame mockup clay. You call it clay. There's a plugin for this clay too. I'm going to show you. So this is how it looks like. So the next one we're going to look like is the Android mockup for people that is going to design for Android screens. Sorry about that. I'm very, very thirsty. This drugs is making me to drink water too much. Okay, so now this is for Android mockup for people that is going to design for Android screens. So this is Android clay mockup. So you can see this is like Samsung S8. I'm not lying. Okay. So this is how it look like. So that is it. So that is it. For now, I'm going to use iPhone mockup for my mobile design. So I'm going to use iPhone. I'm going to use iPhone mockup. I'm going to use iPhone clay mockup. So I'm going to use. So those my designs are four. Four. So I'm just going to use 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I'm just going to use this 8. Okay, let me use 3. So is there 4? Okay. So I'm going to use this. So I'm trying to look for a better one. So I'm going to use this 3. Yeah, this particular one. So I'm just going to come here and copy. Just copy. Come back to your design. So I'm going to paste this here. So once I paste it here, then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to it's loading. So the next thing I'm going to do, I'll just come here, then I'll have to export this my design as a PDF, but in the clear version. So I'm just going to come here, click on export. So I'm going to click in export so that everything that is inside is going to be inside the frame. And then I'll scroll down. So I've already exported this. If you follow me on TikTok, you see that I've posted this already. So what I'm going to do is, when you click your own, this is how it's going to look like in your own, like this. So the first thing you're going to do, just come here, click on 4x. If you don't want this image to look blurry, if you want it to be very, very clear, so you just come here, click on 4x, and it's already in PNG. You just click on export. So before you do that, make sure you rename this. Make sure you rename it so that when you are bringing it into your Figma, you will not start looking for it. So you export splash. Is it splash or splash? Splash. So you're going to export. I'm going to save. So I'm going to export this. So I already have them set. So I'm just going to export it. So before you export, if you are not sure of what it will look like, you can click on the screen, scroll down, click on preview. So when you click on preview, you make sure that everything is actually here before you can click explode. But if let's say for example, let me take this out. Let's say for example, this is actually outside. So I'm just going to bring it on top. Let's say for example, this what's your phone number is actually not inside the frame, and I come here, you can see that it's actually not inside the frame. You can see from here it's not inside the frame. So what I'm just going to do is I'm just going to bring it inside the frame. So I'm just going to take it out and bring it in. So once I bring it in, you're going to adjust it very well. So I'm trying to adjust my text to be aligned very well. So what I'm just going to do, so before I export, I'll then have to come in, see that what's your phone number is actually there, and then I can click export. So once I'm good to go, so now it's time for me to bring them inside this frame. So the first thing I'm going to do is I want my splash to be the first screen, and I want this one to be the second one, and I want this one to be the third one. So what I'm going to do, I'll click on this frame. So once I click on the frame, I'll come to my layer here to open them. So I'm going to come here to open them. So I'll just come here, I will open them. Now you can see that this place is showing you add image. So I'll just click on this particular one that says add image. So I'm going to click on it. So once I click on it, the first thing I'm going to do is I'll come to this fill color here. I'll click on it here and I'll select this image. So once I select image, this is how it's going to look like. And then I'll come here and say choose image. So I'll click on it and then I'll go back to look for my splash because I already named them. So I'm going to click on splash and this is how it look like, and then I'll open it. Now my splash is already there. I'll do the same thing for the second one. So you can come here to double click till you get it. But sometimes I don't advise beginners to come here to double click because you might actually miss it. So that's why I said come to this particular place, open it, like you need to open it. Click on this add image, come here, click on it, come to this image here, click on it, then come here. Immediately you click on it, it will just change to this image format something, and then you click on choose image. So I'm going to use the second one. So the second one is the welcome screen. So I'm going to add it. I think I have sent something like this on the group. And then this third one, I'm just going to do that. So if you want to double click, this is how I'm going to do it. Then I get to that place. And then I'll click here, image. Yeah. I'm going to use the last one. Where is the last image? Should I use phone number? No, let me use that set. Let me use phone number. Then I'm going to close it. So this is how it's going to look like. So if I just want to play around with this, so I can just come here to let me play around with this. So I think I want to change this background to be purple. So I have to just go back to get my white onboarding. So I'm just going to copy my white onboarding, or let's just export. Okay, let me copy. I'm going to copy it. Come to my food app here. I'm going to paste it here. So I'm going to paste it here. So the reason why I'm bringing this is in case you want to change this your background color here. So I'm just going to duplicate this. So once I duplicate this, so I'm going to change this to my white. So I think I've not exported it yet. So I'm just going to export it. So both of them is carrying the same name. So I'm just going to add maybe one to this one, or maybe white to it. So I'm just going to export it. Now this is how your own is going to look like because I've never exported this one before. This is how it's going to look like. So I'll come here, click on 1x, export splash white. So I'm going to save it. And then I'll come to the second one here. And then I'll use the white one. Now the reason why I'm switching to white is because I want to change this background. I don't want to use this white that they gave to me. I want to change to my own purple color. So that's what I'm changing. So if I move this one to purple, my start screen will not be visible. It will just be too purple because this is purple. You know, it's just going to be too purple. So that's why I'm using white here. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to change this background color to purple. So I'm just going to click on this present iPhone mockup, iPhone outline 11. So I'm just going to click on this color, pick my color code, color picker, and then change it to purple. So this is how it's going to look like. So you can now choose to export 4x. So you can give it whatever name you want to change it. If you can change the name, you can change it, and then I'm trying to export it. Export now. So it's exporting. So I'm going to I want to change. Okay, where is it? Okay, show you my download here. Now I have exported, and now I want to change. Let's say I'm going to duplicate this again. let's say I'm going to change this phone frame to purple. So I don't want to use white. I want to change it to maybe purple color. I just want to maintain my brown color. So I'm just going to come here. I'm going to look for it. So I'm going to click on this rectangle. I think this is it here. So if I close it here, this is it. So I'm just going to click on it, and then I'm going to use my purple color. So if I use my purple now, you can tell how this is actually looking like. So I'm just going to change my image to my white splash. So I'm just going to hold this. Look at this. This is rectangle 50. I'm just going to change it to purple. Hold this. Come to rectangle 50. Then use my color picker and then change it to purple. So this is it. So this is how it's going to look like. Okay. So I have three pattern of changing, playing around with the colors. So if I just choose to make, if I want to, maybe I don't want to, now if you tell that this is actually having purple too much, I don't like, you can just play around with it. You can choose to make it this pattern, or this pattern. Now you can make sure that this your status bar is in a good position. You can tell how this is actually looking like. You can see how this is clean. Now my phone bag, my phone frame, and my keypad, like my um numbers, are actually having the same color. So I think I'll have to play around with this color. So I'm just going to hold it, and then I'll come here, click on this rectangle. Let's say I'm going to use let's try white. If I use white, it's going to be together with my background color. So I'm just going to play around. Let's use the normal purple, but I'm just going to bring it in a darker shade like this. So I'm just going to copy the color code and come to this one, click on rectangle purple, then paste the color code here. I'm going to hold this, click on rectangle 50, and then paste the color here. So this is what I'm going to have like this. And then once I'm done, you can just come here to I'm just going to come here to add maybe my I want to add my image and my name. So I'm just going to give this a corner radius like this 50. So I'm just going to duplicate this text here. So I'm going to change it to white. So I just want to add, my name, just to show. I'm just putting a random text. I just want to add my name to show that I am the one that did design. In case somebody posts it, you just have, let's call it like a watermark, just to show people that it's your design. So I'm just trying to, okay, so I'm just going to make this way, and then place it at the center here. If I make it straight, it's not bad. So I'm just going to reduce this to maybe 80. So I can just do the same way to add my picture if I want to. But if you don't want to add your picture, you're free to. You can just leave it that way. So I'm going to add my picture. So I just want only my face to show. So I'll just come here, crop, and then add this lines. You can choose to zoom in if you want to, but I think I'm okay like this. But if you want to zoom in, you are free to do that. So I'm just going to hold this. It's only if you want to, but if you don't want to, you can just leave it that way. So I'm just going to place this like this. Or you can just add a short text, maybe your name or whatever you want to add. So you can choose to make it this way, or you can choose to make it this way. So I'm just going to bring this way here. I'm going to change this white to black. So once I'm done, so I'm going to export this. So it will, if you know, I know I've already exported this, but it's going to show me replace blah 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 blah, something like that. So let's wait for it. So before you do that, make sure you set it in 4x and then this. Where is it? Okay, showing me folder. Are you serious right now? Showing me ahead. See that this nothing. So I'm going to replace it. So I'm going to export this one. So I think let me just work with this purple. So now I want to post it on my social media handle. So I'm going to click on frame. So I'm going to come here to social media. So where am I posting it? I'm going to post it on my Facebook post, or maybe Instagram post, or maybe I'm not going to post in my Facebook cover or LinkedIn cover or whatever. But if you want to post it there, you're free. So, but this time around, I'm going to post it on my Instagram post. So this is my Instagram post. So when I checked, I'm seeing 1080, 1080, and if you check this one, is 1080, 1080. So there's no need for you to start placing it inside here already, because both of them, the height and the width is of the same way for Instagram post. But if you are posting for maybe Twitter post, so this is Twitter post now. Twitter post is 1200 over 675. But I think you can actually post something like this on Twitter instead of like this. But if you want to, this is where you have to bring the image. Now this is for Twitter post. Then if you want to post for Facebook, I think Facebook post, you can post something like this for Facebook. You can also post something like this for LinkedIn. You can post something like this. I believe you can see my cursor. You can post something like this for Facebook. You can post something like this for LinkedIn. You can post something like this for Twitter. But for Instagram, you can. But for dribble, for people that want to start posting dribble shot is very, very small. Very, very small. So if you want to post for dribble shot, this is it. So it's very small. It's 400, 300. It's very, very small. So what you're going to do is you're going to put the frame for any of the social media posts you want to. So once you put, then you have to bring back the image into your Figma. So where did it hide? So you're going to bring it back into your Figma. So I'm just going to bring this into my Figma and then I'll paste it. So by the time I paste it, it's actually going to be very, very big. So by the time I paste it, it's going to be very, very big. So where did it enter? Where is it? Really? I can't find it on my Figma, so let me go and bring it again. It's supposed to be very, very big. Really? Okay. I don't know what if his network is the problem. I don't know. So, but let me use another way to bring it in, which is Windows. Now you just drag and come inside. Okay. Now you can see I've tried the other way. It has worked. Okay, so let me see if I can, and I can't adjust. I'm trying to place my picture inside. Okay, so I think I'll have to bring this my picture, but there's no way now, because if I try to expand it, I have crossed more than the normal distance. So I have to see if I can play around with it. I can't play around with it because this pattern now will not work for me. Okay, so but this is another way I'm going to do. I don't know. I'm trying to see what I wanted to do. I don't want to follow this pattern because I want my name and my face to show. So I'm trying to bring it this way. But I don't know why it didn't. Let me cancel this first. I don't know why it's not coming from this angle. Yeah. Okay. Okay. I think it's my network. It's my network. Okay. My network. So it was my network. Sorry. So I'm going to bring this frame again for people that want to post on dribble shots. So I'm going to use dribble shots. Yeah. So this is how it's going to look like. So I'm going to hold, just pick the heights of my dribble shot. So it's 300. So I'm just going to hold this to and type 300 and then click enter. So once I click enter, this is how it's going to be. I'll just bring it inside here. And once I bring it inside, I'm just going to place it at the center. And once I'm done at the center, I'm just going to pick the color to match together. So once I pick the color, this is how it's going to be. So if you try to adjust it this way, and my name is going to cover. So if you try to adjust it this way, my name is going to cover. So this is how I normally do for my dribble shot. And then I export and then post. But for other social media platform, I think this one can go. So like this, so you can choose to use any other mockup if you want to. So if you want to do for maybe something like this, maybe you want to do something like this, you can just click this, come to your design here, paste it here. Let me just fill up all these ones. So I'm just going to use my splash here. So I'm trying to just fill up this phone mockup with images. Okay, so I have played with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I have played with eight to with my 4 screens, but it's eight frame phone mockup. So you're going to use 8 screens for this. So this is what I have. I believe my people can hear me. Okay, so I have played. Okay, so I have played around with this. So you can just choose to add your name if you want to, but if you don't want to, leave it. But I think I'm used to adding my image and name to any of my mockup if I'm posting. I'm just used to it. Okay, so this is how it's going to look like. So once you do like, you can just change it to whatever stuff you want to change it to, and then you can now export. You can now export. So I'm going to preview to be sure what I'm exporting. Then I'll export. So I'm just sending it to you guys to just take a look at it. You see? So now you can post on your social media handle, you can post on anywhere you want to post, you're free to post. So the next one we are going to look at is the is something like this that this person did for Behance. So what this person actually used is 800 on this. So but for here we're just going to use our normal frame. So I'm just going to use this so I'm looking for a better frame. So I'm just going to use Instagram post for this. Okay, like this. You can choose to use 1000 because I think these particular ones don't ask for this thing. Like you can, as long as it's not too tiny, as long as it's 1008, 1080, 1080, 1000, 1000, you're free to go. You can post. So I think I'm not an Instagram fan, so I don't know. But for Behance, I think Behance take whatever position you use for your post, as long as the width and the height is equal and it's not too small. But as long as it's more than 1000, it will collect. So this is what I want to create. So I want to replicate something like this to post my web. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to export this. So I'm going to come here, click on the plus, click on 4x, check preview if you want to be sure that everything is inside, and then I'll click on export. Okay, so I'm waiting for it to export. So I'm waiting for it to um, download. Okay, so I have exported. So I'm just going to, I think I already have this image. So I'm just going to drag this image. I just want to replicate what this person has already done here. So I'm just going to drag this image here. So I'm going to place this here and this one here. I think I'm reviewing seeing what is happening here. I can just bring this here. Okay, so I'm going to go to, so I'm going to close this here. So I'm going to zoom in and I'm going to bring my logo. So I'm going to paste it. I think I'll have to use white color so that my logo can be visible enough. So I'm going to zoom in. I'm going to use white color so my logo can be visible enough. So I'm going to move to white. I'm going to use gray for this. So I'm going to move this here so that I can get the perfect gray color I want. Okay, this is okay. So I'm just going to scale this my logo. I want it to be very big. So I'm just going to come here, scale it here, and put it here. And I'll come to this one and just pick any picture. So I'm going to pick it here. And this. I'm going to do this one. Layout. I'm just going to replicate what the people did here. So I'm going to use food, Marvel food. Okay, let's see. Food delivery. So I think I'll have to use my big text. I'm going to remove this. So I'm going to use my normal font choice. So I'm going to home these things. I think my logo is too big. So I'm going to take this out. Then let me place it here. So I'm going to go and bring my I want to go and bring my image. So I think I have this. So my image should be able to cover up something like this. So I'm going to go and bring my image. So I'm going to click out. Then I'm going to bring my image back to my Figma. So I think it's landing page, yes. So I'm going to bring it. It's going to be very, very big. So I have to zoom out and go from here. Yes. Let's look at it. This time around it's network. Because why is it showing me image recite when I'm not seeing it here and I'm not seeing it here? So I'm going to try again until it shows. So I think it's network. Where is it? Let me try and bring it in here and bring it in here again. It's network. Because it's not even reading yet. It has show here. Okay. The network. See, I'm having this error something here. I'm going to click out first. So I'm going to click out and then bring it in again. So I'll have this, and then I want to put it here. So I'm going to use my scale. I'm going to use my scale to reduce it. Because if you don't scale it, by the time you're reducing that, will just squeeze in. So I'm just going to place it here. So when I place it here, so am I okay with this? Let me scale it up a little bit. Am I okay with this? Yes. Well, I think I'll have to reduce this frame. So I'm going to take it out from scale and then reduce this frame this way. Yep. So I'm just going to reduce this frame to this position here. Okay. So I'm going to use my scale to reduce my logo. So I'm going to turn it back. So I'm going to come here. I'm going to reduce this image a little bit. So I'm going to hold my scale and then reduce it a little bit. So once I'm done, I'm just going to take it up a little. And then I'll come here. I'll bring this guy down here. I will increase the font to maybe 36 and then bring it here. And then I'll turn it back to regular. So let's play around with the height of this text. So I'm going to turn it back to 0 and start dragging it till I get the height I want. So I think this is okay. So I'm going to add this here. So I'm going to bring this here like this. I'll add because okay, let's leave it. Okay, semi bold is not bad, so I think I'll have to leave it for bold. I'll use the line height of 0 and then play around with it and I get to what I want. or we can remove this food delivery since we already have the name and just use only landing page. So I'm going to hold this text here and I'm going to increase the height to 48. Okay, let's make it 50. And let's try 54. Okay, 54 is okay. So I think I'll have to make it to semi-bold since it's actually a big text. I can just hold it this way, align everything to the left here. So you can choose to make it auto layout or you can just choose to leave it that way if you want to. So you can choose to take out the logo if you want to, since we already have the logo here. You can choose to keep the logo if you want to. But looking at it, I think we should take out the logo. So I'm just going to turn off the eye of the logo, hold these two together, make it auto layout. Sorry, I'm just addicted to auto layout. So I can just place it this way. Let this image be here. And then I have this as mockup. And then I can import. So I replicate what this person actually did. So another way we can do is we can go to community. Just going to go back since I already typed this in. So I'm just going to I've not used this one before, but you're going to try it out. There's no harm in trying. I've not used it before, but let's try it out. So open in Figma. So I'm just going to use end of my team and I'm going to open it like this. So I'm going to come here. This is actually my first time using it, but let's try it together. Okay, so this is what we have. So I'm going to go to assets. Okay, so this is how it looks like. So which one should we use? Should we use iMac or MacBook? Let's use MacBook. So I'm going to copy, come to my design. I'm going to paste it here. Anyway, I'm going to bring it here. I'm going to just the same way we did that. So I'm just going to try. I'm going to go to this. So let's see this particular rectangle. I think this is not the right one is this black rectangle that is showing on the screen. So just going to do the same pattern. Image. So I'm just going to take it this way. Image. Fine. So again, move it this way. So I'm going to bring my landing page. I'm going to bring my landing page in, and then okay, yeah. So once we have something like this is how it's going to look like because we have the full landing page. But if you want to start cropping, this is where you have to hold your this and start adjusting this way, adjusting this way, adjusting this way, adjusting this way, adjusting till you get this pattern. But this is how it's going to look like. If you choose to adjust, if you choose to adjust, sometimes you see that you might make small mistake. So another pattern we can do is we can just come to this our landing page here. We can just choose to duplicate. So once I duplicate, I'm just going to use my normal, normal frame hero section. So I already have 144. So if you go to this desktop here, if you go to your frame desktop, because I'm using desktop frame, I already have 144 times 1024. So what I'm just going to do is I'm just going to come here and then just type 1024. So once I type 1024, this is how it's going to be. So I can just come here and say landing page hero, or whatever name you want to give it. Choice is yours. Make sure you click export, showing export to preview before you export to be sure. Then you export. So I think when you are doing all this, you should have a different page for maybe you can call it whatever you want to call it, mockup. You can just have a different page because you can create different pages for it. So I'm going to come back to your design. Just click on the image, come here, choose the image. I'm going to remove this. I'm going to set this back to fill. I'm going to come here to separate it. Here. I'm just going to separate there. Yeah. So the only thing I'm just going to do is just to adjust it a little bit so that this thing will line. So I'm just going to come here, come to crop, and then push it. I'm using my um keyboard down, arrow down keyboard to just push it down till I get to the position. Now make sure that I'm not going to have any white cast. So just any white line at all. I think I'll have to close it. Now this is what I have here. So this is my design. So you can just choose to then bring your, if you want to post on Behance, you want to have different, you just want to add, let's say, the whole full screen on your Behance. I'm just going to come to my frame here, come to presentation. I'm going to use any of these. So I'm just going to use this 1920. So I'm just going to keep it here and drag it down. So once I drag it down, I'm just going to come here, bring this one inside here. So you can choose to export this and increase it. But this time around, I'm not going to export. I'm just going to use it this way. So I'm just going to, the only thing I'm going to do is I'm going to increase this way here and increase this way here. And then I'm going to take this to the top. And then I'm going to bring this way and bring it this way. So this is what I'm just going to bring this way here. And then I'm going to increase this. So I don't want to spoil this first one I did. So I'm just going to undo that and then take it out. So I'm just going to duplicate it this way. And I'm going to bring this image this way. This one this way. So if this frame is actually too big for you, you can come here to use this smaller frame. So I think I'm going to use this smaller frame because of this pattern of design I did. So I'm just going to come here, duplicate this inside here. I'm just going to place this at the center. So I'm going to hold my frame and then stretch it. So I'm just going to use, I think I like, where is that my image? I think I like this background color here. So you can just place this here. So I'm going to duplicate this. I'm just going to duplicate this. I'm going to take out this and then replace it with this one. Move. So I'm just going to bring this one in here and place it at the center. So once I place it at the center, I can just choose to, since it's just 20 something, I can just choose to make this 10, 80. Yeah. Just to be the same. So I'm going to just bring this like this. And where is that logo? Did I delete that logo? No. I think I didn't delete it. I just don't. Yeah. I'm going to use this logo here. No, I mean logo. So I'm just going to drag this logo. So I want to bring this logo here. So I can just choose to scale it a little bit here. So I'm just going to delete this out. So I turn it back to scale and then let's play around with the two first. Then I'm going to use this line and bring it here. I'm just trying to create maybe nice this thing. So I think I'll have to push this logo here. Mm-hmm. So I'm taking this one here and I'm bringing this logo to this part. So I'm just trying to create something from my head. I think I'll have to take this from hot layers and I'll hold these two and this one. First thing first, I need to hold this content first. So I'm going to hold this one and make it auto layout. And this auto layout, yeah. I'm just going to reduce the space between them to 20 and then place this here. So I'm going to hold this one together and then make it okay. So I have something like this. So I'm going to place it at the center. I have my image. I think I like the position of this image. So I already have my um, exported landing page. So what I'm just going to do is I'm just going to export the mobile. So I'm just going to export um, mobile VPR, LP, sorry. So I'm just going to come here. So let's wait for it to export. Okay. Mm-hmm. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to I'm thinking of making this black. So let me pick this black color here. I can just play around with this color. Get a little bit darker. So you can just play around with it if you want to. So since I already have my web and mobile, so what I'm just going to do is I'm just going to import both images back. So I'm going to import this, yeah, and then this, then this line. So I'm going to place both of them. Please work. My network is not allowing me to export this. So I think I have to borrow this first. I'm going to borrow the web and then import the mobile. So I already have this. So since I already have the web, so I'm just going to look for a way to import the mobile. So I'm going to take this out from scale. I'm going to place it inside my web and align to the center. So I'm going to hold this. I'm going to reduce it so that the mobile will be at the side. So I'm just going to scale image. So remember to use grid system to align your text. So I'm just going to use grid system for this. So I'm going to use count of 12 and I'm going to use maybe margin of 90. 90 is too much. So I'm going to use, let's see, 20. 20 is too close. So I'm going to use 50. I think 50 is okay. So I think 50 is okay for me. So I'm just going to move this here and I'm going to um, I just want it to be aligned. So I think I'll have to use my layout grid for it. So I'm just going to drag this here. Yeah. But since this text is not up to that end, so we can just leave it the way we set it. And this is already at the center already. So I think let's see. I think I prefer the way. So now I'm going to will this place be enough for the mobile? Now let's try. So I'm just going to hold this and then turn this off. So now let's get the mobile. So I'm trying to export the mobile. So I think I'll just play around with this duplicated image. I reflect for me. I just need to play around with track and repair. I don't know why my network is just messing up with it. Let's see. So I'm just going to click out and then get my mobile. I need to take this out. I need to get to my mobile. My network is not helping matters. My network is not. I don't want to use this one. My network is not helping matters, and I don't want to use this one. Let's see if it's actually stretching. No, it's not, but it's not clear. It's not clear. It's low. Some text are not showing here. Some text are not showing here. So let's try and reduce it and see. Let's see 200 here. Let me just type random number here, 200 and see. The network is not helping matter. I don't want to stretch this. I need to get it clear. See, it's not clear. So I need so I'm going to export it again. So I need to check this. This is clear. So let's preview what we done. So I'm just going to shift this guy one corner first. Okay. So let's export the mobile again. So I'm going to remove my device out to none because I want to preview my design. So I noticed that there's prototype here. So I'm just going to hold it and then remove it. So I'm just going to preview my design. So first thing first is I've removed it from none. That's why I said your mockup page your mockup should have a different page. Don't do it where you did your final design. Your wireframe should have a different low fidelity should have your mid fidelity should have a separate screen. High fidelity should have a separate page. Um your mockup should have a different page so that you can play around with all the devices. Because if you do your designs on one screen, if you want to do your prototype, you start changing the device. So that's why sometimes I will advise your mobile should take the first page, tablet should take the second page, and the web should take the last page, the third page. So that when you are previewing your work, you will not be playing around with setting it in devices. But since I'm doing all these things on one screen, I will have to place it on none. So that is what I'm going to do here. And let's see if it has set. Now, this is what it showed me. So since I've removed it, I will have to see if I can set it here again. So I'll come here, click to it, and then I'll take out this UI. So this is how it's going to look like this. So I want to place the phone on here. I want to place my phone design here. And once I play the phone design, I might just write something, the landing page, and then here, web and the mobile, and then put thanks for watching or whatever I want to add here. So I'm trying to bring in I don't want to use this one. So I'm trying to bring the new one I just export. So let's bring the new one. Network is still. Are you serious right now? Did it just enter there or is my cursor that move to that one? WhatsApp is not helping matters. MTN is not helping me this afternoon and this evening. MTN is not helping me. So I'm just going to let me just work with this, but my network is not helping me. So I'm just going to work with this. So I'm just going to bring it here. Though it's blurry, very, very blur, and I can't post this. It's just for practical. So this is how it's going to look like. So if you watch, you see that the web is long, the mobile is longer than the web. So let's take a look at it. So I want people looking at this to be able to see um, the design on it. But this, I can't post this. I can't post it because it's blurry. My network is not being fair to me to export and import clear picture. So this is how it's going to look like. So if I check, because that if I check, you see that this is actually longer than the frame. So I'll just come here and then I'll have to drag the frame. This is one thing about mobile design. It is always longer than the web. Like it's very, very long than the web. So I'll just come here, move this down a little bit, and then come here and say, copy this and come here and say, um, I use preview. Just want to place it at the center here, and then I'll hold these two here. So let's try using our brown color and see how the write-up turn out to be. So let's come here. Preview the light. I'm trying to see if I can make something. Okay. Let's reduce this here. So I'm trying to see if I can just play around with this mockup I'm going to post on my Behance. So let's use height of 80. So let's use our primary color, main color. Let's see how it's gonna be. Okay. So let's use the darker shade of our brown. Okay, I think this is better since we're already doing dark. So this is how it's going to be. So the next thing I'm going to design, I might just duplicate this. Okay, and then I'll bring it this way. Yeah, like this. I'll just say thanks for watching. I don't know the reason why everybody's saying watching because it's not like a movie, but well, I just feel it's actually a good because what somebody has been watching from beginning to end. I think thanks for watching should be the right word to use. So I'm just going to duplicate this. I'm going to hold these two together. Okay, let me hold this and then bring it this way. So I'm going to hold the first one and I will reduce this point to be it should be like please drop or drop a feedback below. Should be like drop a feedback below. So then I want to reduce this, so I'm going to take it to regular and I will use 20. Yeah, I'm going to use this up. So this is what I have. So let's see if I can use my main color for this. It's too bright to me. Yeah, this instead of having this plenty space here, so you can just choose to drop maybe. Oh, let me see if I can duplicate this page and then play around with it. So I'm just going to bring it this way and let's play around with cropping the image. So I'm just going to crop this image and then stop here. So the space is too much. If I think the space is small, I can say, okay, just drop random images of food, but the space is too much. So I'll just have to replicate the landing page again since it's just too big instead of having that much space. But if you design more than any other thing, so you can choose to do it. So this is what I just simple mock-up I just did. So you can choose to only do this kind of mock-up to post, like you don't have to do only this kind of mock-up to post on your social media account and just drop the link for either you drop the Figma link or you drop the Behance link for people to review your work. So anyhow you want to do this one. So the next thing I'm going to do, so I'm just going to export this. Although the reason why I'm just going to use this is like a dummy design, not a clear design, because I'm trying to import this from my network is not allowing me. So I'm just going to post this on my Behance, but I will take it down immediately. It's just for practical class and purposes. So I'm going to export this. So this is going to be like my mockup. So I'm going to export this. So I'm going to click on plus, click on 4x, I'm going to preview. Okay, I'm going to export. So let's wait for it to export. I'm having headache, serious headache. Serious headache. So let's wait for it to export while I set up my Behance. So if you want to open Behance, you go to www.behance.net. So this is what my phone look like. So I recently, now this is the food app I was telling you guys about that actually boost my confidence. What's this one? I don't have money to pay for Pro, don't worry. So this was the 1.7 now. So this was the food app that I did that boost my confidence. Yeah, replace. So this was the food app I was telling you guys that actually boost my confidence. This was posted 17th of September 2021. So I put it open. So I got 15, yeah, this is 17 September 2021. I got 15 comments, including comments from Twitter. It was even Twitter comments that actually boost this. I don't know why this thing is like this. You're not supposed to open like this, please. Network, I'm begging in the name of God. What is all this? Let me refresh this page. So I don't have any banner. So you can choose to add banner. I recently removed my own banner. So you can add banner, but the dimension should be 3,000, that's 200 times 410 pixels. So that is the frame you're going to use to add here. So you can choose to design it on you can choose to design that on Figma if you want to. I think my Twitter and LinkedIn, I designed that on Figma. The one I designed 2022, I had to take it down because my phone number was there. I was getting random calls from people, so I had to take it down. So this is the waste bin I posted last year. So let me show you proof. Let me see if any of them is going to open. Okay, I don't know why it's not opening. So this is some of the mock-up I did. Okay, I just press my network do not disturb me. Okay, so let me show. This is how Behance look like. So this is like my public portfolio, but I have a private portfolio. You can check it out from linktree.com/helen.com if you want to see my private portfolio. This is like my public Behance portfolio. So now I already have this my design, and I want to publish it on Behance. Oh Lord, please network should not mess this up for me. So the next thing, this is how my Behance look like. I've created an account, so this is how it's going to look like. So I'm just going to come to this place that say, share your work, build a complete case study. So I'll just come to this place. You can post your work like a story, the same way we post story on um, um, Telegram and Instagram. So you can post as your normal status, but it will just disappear in 24 hours. Maybe you can just post this is what you're working on, blah blah blah. But if you want to showcase your case study like this is where you have to click on build project, build a complete case study. So when you click on it like this is, I just pray this thing doesn't take time. So this is how it's going to look like. So I'm going to come to, it's still loading. Okay, so I'm just going to come to this added content. I'm going to come to this image here, or you come to this image here, start building your project. So I'm just going to add image here. So I'm going to select this my mockup here. Let me click open. So once I click open to start loading, I pray network do not mess up this. So let's wait for it. So you can choose to add link to the prototype of that design you did. You can choose to, record. You can choose to record your prototype, record your screen, attach it. So I want to switch my network so that I will show you example of how those things look like. It's loading. I guess MTN is doing this well. So let's see how many percent it will take for it to load. Now see it. So it's loading. So if you load, this is how it's going to look like. So once it's done loading, before you export it from your Figma, you need to check everything. If everything is actually in order, check your text, check everything, check if there are errors. If there are any errors, try to adjust that before you can export to upload it. So let's go back to see where is it again. Okay, it's still loading. So I'm going to open another. I'm going to open another tab for my Behance to show you some how to add, how I attach a video to one of my projects. So I'm just going to open my Behance again. Okay, so I'm going to come to my profile here. Now you can see other people's design. There are a lot of mockup. There are a lot of mockup on the Figma community. Sometimes mockup are being done by just creating whatever that comes. As a designer, you just need to be creative when it comes to doing mockups. This is how those stories look like. Those stories. So this is how it look like. You can just come here to see other people's story. I think this person uploaded a video, so you can just come here to add your own. So I'm going to my profile. So while I'll go to my, let me see if this is actually once it's done, you can just come back here. But for now, while you're waiting for it to load, let me show you how I added, or some project I already added video for. So as in this particular project, I added a video to this particular project. There are some projects I added the link, I think prototype link also, and the Figma link. Okay, let's wait for it to load. So here it's going to show the two. I think this one is network. Okay, now this is actually a project I did, a personal project I did that I was so shy to post 2020. I think mid-year 2022, that was when the idea came to my head. But I was so shy to post the work, and it has been sleeping on my Figma for over a year until a friend of mine had to give me the courage to post this work on Behance. That was why I posted last year. I can't remember the date last year. So we're going to see it. So this is actually a case study for a weight gain app. So this is it. So this thing is just, I just did corner radius and then push it, slip it like that. So it's just something that I can just do on Figma. So this is actually a UX case study I did for a waste management system where I use the normal design thinking process. Here I have the project overview. Here are my goals, my problem statements, the goals. Here the process I use empathy, define, hydrate, prototype, testing. So yeah, I use tools I use in the design process. I use Google Form. I used Figma for brainstorming, Figma and FigJam. I use Prototype for prototyping. But although I think prototyping actually messed me up, so I had to switch back. I had to run back to Figma for prototyping. So for user research, I did the qualitative and then quantitative analysis. This is the qualitative, the question for the qualitative. This is the quantitative. So I think these are the 11 response. These are the same questions, but yeah, I just add option to them and then push for users to test for me. I think the only one I dropped was this particular one that I allowed them to drop their opinion. But every other one, I think I drop option for them. So for the user personas, which I have taught you guys, so this is how it looks like, user persona. So my user personas were just one user, their bio, what are your goals and your frustration. So you can call this pain points, you can call it frustration. You can call this needs, you can call this goals. So the choice is yours. So this thing here, and empathy mapping, what your user says, what your user think, what your user feel, and what your user do. So for the user story, this is what I actually did just to come up. User story is more like writing down your flow chart as a user. What do you want to do as a user? What do you want to do? Same thing applies for now for my computer analysis. It's like, what are the similar products that are out there there's a similar product that are out there that you have to look into, because there's no way there's food app. Child Deck is a food app. Jumia Food is a food app. Uber Eats or Bolt Food is a food app. So if you're building my Mavi Food, you need to look at what other applications are doing out there where you can actually do better. So that is what quantitative analysis is all about. OPE is a microfinance fintech application. Kuda is there. What are these people? What are the local bank not doing that this bank are doing? And OPE and Kuda, PalmPay, Money Point, they are taking over the world. Or let's say over the fintech market, they're taking over. So that is one thing that competitor analysis is all about. I'm building this particular product. Already is out there, but what are that product doing that you can? What are the products not doing that you can do better? So that is what competitor or competitive analysis actually means. Then your user journey map is just like you wrote down your flow chart. As a user, the first task I should do is leave my house and ask friends for pickup station. Now, as a user I get to ask friends, oh please, where do you guys order food? And then they'll tell you, we order food from Mavi Food. And then you download the app, create an account, then you choose your restaurants, you choose the food, go through the menu, choose your restaurant, choose the food menu, make payments, and then you wait for your food to be delivered to your doorstep. So that is what the task actually means. And your feeling adjective, so you feel so anxious, guy, where una the other food, I'm so hungry, and then they introduce you to Mavi Food and you feel hopeful, and then you choose your restaurants, and then you choose your food menu, you feel relaxed, and then after making payment and your payment was successful, you feel excited, and then once your food is delivered, you feel so, you can use whatever emoji you want to use here. So then the next one we have is the information architecture. So like I said, there's difference between flow charts, user flow charts, and information architecture. Information architecture is just like the upper part of your map of how your user is going to navigate through your product. But where it doesn't concern you with the kind of shape that you're going to use, whether you're going to encounter roadblock, whether you're going to encounter decision, it doesn't concern information architecture. But your flow chart is going to encounter what kind of decision are you going to make. Are you when you're on the welcome screen, are you actually going to where are you going to log in? Once it's login, is login going to be successful? Yes or no? But information architecture does not have business with that. It's just like when you are telling somebody that wants to travel from Port Harcourt to Aba, you tell the person when you get to Element Junction, take a bus that is heading to Aba. Then when you get to Osisoma area, then you come down and take a bike to your house. But that's how information architecture is. But user flow, one thing about user flow is user flow will tell you when you get to Element Junction, hold your bag tight. Oh, when you enter the motor, don't fall asleep. Oh, when you get to Oyibo Junction, you will encounter bad road till you get to Imo River. You get to Imo River. That kind of direction is how user flow is all about. User flow is all about What kind of shape am I using? Is there going to be decision? For information architecture, it doesn't have business with that. So if you look at it, you just see that this is how it looked like. Then I added my low fidelity. So this was, like I said, this is an old design. When I was thinking low fidelity was like this. So I added my typography and color. I used two fonts here, and these are the four colors I used. So these are the weight size I use. I use bold, semi-bold, medium, regular, and light. So I mixed all this together. So for my high fidelity design, so this was what I actually came up with. So I use that presently here, but I took out the background. I just added it here. So when it comes to mockup, there's no particular way for you to do your mockup. Your mockup is just, you just need to be creative when it comes to doing mockup for your design. There's no particular pattern. You can just look at other people's design. Like this particular design, I saw it on one girl's. I don't know if she's Nigerian or South Africa, but I look at her design. I so much love the way she did this, and I had to just replicate it, but doing my own. Okay, so that was how I came up with this. This is just pen tool where I just put and just play around with the arrow, and this is it here. This is it here. I think I forgot to change this icon. So these are one of the issues I normally tell people: check your design very well before posting. So if you check, this is what I did here. I did for this. I didn't add all my screens. It's not. It's This is what I normally tell people. I don't advise you as a designer to post all your screens 17, 14, 15. Post all. No. If you have like this my dustbin app design. I think the name of the project is dustbin. I think I did up to, if I'm not mistaken, I think I did up to 50 or less than 50 screens. But if you count it here, it's not even up to 30 screens. Some of them I duplicated it. So you can tell, as if you check along there, you see that I duplicated this. So I just added some screens that I've not added here, and then I said I added a video below. So this was the video I added for the prototyping. So I used Vimo to record the video, and then I upload. So when we go back here, I'll show you how to attach a video to your work. So this was what I did. Um, so then just watch what I did here. I tried though. Let me hype myself small. So you can choose to add music to your video if you want to. I think I was learning how to upload video on Behance. So all these things are prototype I did on Figma. So this particular illustration was gotten from Notify. Yeah. So this is the video, and thanks for watching. I really bright now. Let's go a bit blah blah blah. So I think this work was posted last year September 2023. So this is how US case study is. So this is what I expect you guys to do on your personal project once it's time for personal project. So let's go back to what we are posting. So let's go back to what we are uploading if it has actually be uploaded. So let's wait for it to load. Okay, now it has actually uploaded. So if it's uploaded, this is how it's going to show the clear picture. So you can come here to attach the video for here. You can come here to now bring the video. So you can bring the video. But in this my own, so what I did is I added, like, I didn't add the thanks for watching. I added, like, I my design, I stopped my design here, added the video, and then upload image to be at the end. So it's just like when on your Facebook or on your social media account, when you want to upload the first picture, second picture, third picture. So in Behance, that's how it is. So you can just, but since we are uploading only image, this is how it's going to look like. So you can choose to attach prototype link that will take them to Figma or anyhow you want to. So we've added the image. The next thing I'm going to add is going to be text. So yeah, I'm just going to call it Mavi food. So I'm going to call it Mavi food app, food landing page. So this is how it's going to look like. So you can choose to change the text if you want to. You can choose to use whatever site you want. You can choose to make it bold. You can choose if it's something that you want to write, like this capture, you can just do it this way. If it's header, you can just do it this way. Whatever how you want to do it. Then you can come here to view a preview to see how it will look like when people actually view your work. So it's loading. I'm trying to see how the image will look like when people like, how many persons will see your work and how many persons drop your work, and when it's being published. So I'm waiting for them to show me. I guess it's my network. Waiting for it to show how it look like. But my network is not trying for me. So you can choose to save a draft if you don't want to upload it now. If you want to continue, you can click on continue. So this is how it's going to look like. So you can choose to add a cover page. So if you want to add a cover page, now this is where, if you want to add a cover page, so now let me go and download this. So if you don't want to add a cover page, if you want to add a cover page, just like when you want to add a cover page for something, but if you don't want to, so I'm just going to use this particular image. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on it. So this is showing me on title project because I've not added the name. So I can choose to like this. So I'm going to just come here. Oh, pity me now. I want to show the end. I'm trying to drag it down. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So this is how it's going to look like. And then I'm done, I'll crop. Done. So if you want to add, you can choose to add here. So I'm going to say done. I'll crop. Okay, so this is how it's going to look like. So I'm just going to come here to give my project a title. So this is how it's going to look like. So anybody that is on, so once anybody that is scrolling through the street of Behance, this is how it's going to see your project. So the person is going to see how many likes people have liked your work, how many people have seen your work, the title of the project, and your name. So let me give this a title and call it food food landing page, full website landing page, full landing page. So the tags, so let me use tags. So I'm going to use tag of Figma. So I'm going to use Figma. I'm going to use UI design. So it's giving me option UI design, interface, web design, landing page. Just giving me option design. You can use up to 10 if you want to. You can use visual identity, blah, blah, blah. Just something related to your project. So I think I'm good. So here I'm going to use Figma. You can choose to add any tool that you use, only the tool you use. So then once you can do, how will you categorize this project? So I would say product design, I would say interactive design. I can click here to see, or I can come here to say UI, come here to say web design. You can select, so it's telling me to select up to three. So which one did I select? I think I selected product design. Okay. So I think I'm done. Yeah, I think I didn't select the UI again. So I click done. So I think this is okay. So yeah, in visual, if you don't want everyone to see, if you don't want, you want only people to see. So yeah, it's telling me pro. So everyone else, so it should be on everyone else. So is there any copyright and license, blah blah blah? Does this this project contain any adult content? Nope. So I think all these ones pro something is like is their pro feature. So once I'm done, I'm just going to click on publish. So it's loading. Publishing your design. This might take a few minutes. Tada! I've uploaded my design. So you can just come here to here, or you can just come to your browser and copy the link. You can come here to copy the link. So if I copy the link, so you just take this out. You can just come here to copy the link and post it. But I'm taking it down, so you can just come here to copy the link and then give to guys to view your project. But I'm taking it down, so I'm not sharing the link with you guys. So you can come to this place and then click. So if you come to your project here, is this time correct? So if you come to your profile here, you're going to see your projects. So you come to here, you're going to see your projects. And once you click on it, it's going to view it. So you're going to view it. So this is how user is going to see your product, your design. So this is like a heading. So here they can see the tool. Here they can choose to add your design to their mod board. Here they can choose to share, and then you can appreciate your work yourself. So, but I'm taking this down. So if I choose to add to mood board, but since I'm not, this is like more like a practical design, the practical class. So I'm just going to have to take this down and here you can see mood board of designs that we have saved. So yeah, I have saved a lot of designs. I have saved a lot of designs here. So even if you come to my profile to check out my work, check out my followers, check out appreciations, check out my project view, you can see my mood board. You can see other people's design I have saved here. So this is how Behance work. I believe everything is clear enough for us.